your turn
Oh, is it for me?
to consider yourself fired.
Why are you winking at me?
Consider yourself fired.
Hello, and welcome to the JT and Drew Show. I'm JT,
And I'm Drew.
and we're two nobodies talking about nothing.
Consider yourself fired.
Hey, bud. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Hey, our editors and our producers have got something really special for today.
Oh gosh, here we go.
I know, but I think you're going to like it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do this, and it's not going to be every Thursday, but I think we're going to start doing some Throwback Thursdays.
Oh, that sounds spicy.
So we've got some old recordings that didn't get put on the show, and they were going through it, and they seemed to like some of the stuff. So we've got a little special something for you today.
Oh, a tasty treat.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoy.
Enjoy. Yeah. Well.
Hey,
Hey.
what's going on there, bud?
Oh, just hanging out. Hashtag living my best life.
Yeah.
That's what the kids say, I think.
That's a wonderful. Where are you? Because you're not in the studio.
No, I'm in Mom's basement.
Really?
No, I'm in the other basement. I'm in Hawaii right now.
What the crap? I didn't
Yeah.
prove this.
No, I kind of did it.
In
What do
spite.
they say? What do they say? Do it. Ask questions later, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. How's the beach life and all that?
Well, if I had to put it in a TikTok song, I would say I'm an island boy. I'm an island boy. No, it's great, man. Weather's good. It's hot. It's sticky outside. The usual.
Okay.
It's tropical.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I've never been. Oh, that's a lie. I've been to one tropical country in my life.
Oh yeah.
It was in Okinawa.
Oh yeah. So I'm sure it's similar to that.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it
Yeah.
was.
We kind of like neighbors.
Almost, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, Okinawa came and visit Pearl Harbor. Hawaii.
Yeah. It was, I don't know, half a century ago, something like that. I don't
Something
know.
like that, yeah.
But yeah, man, what have you been up to?
Just a lot. There's been a lot going on. But we are settling down now. We are getting back into a routine. So
Good.
hopefully these things will start flowing a lot better than what they have been. But I can tell you, I have gained 4 pant sizes since all the craziness happens. So
I don't even know what I am anymore. I just go and I'm like, which ones are stretchy? I'll take those.
it's funny because I actually bought a pair of actual denim jeans. They are black and khaki. Okay. And they are not the stretchy kind. They're not the flex
Like
fit.
two different pair? One black, one khaki?
Yep, one black, one khaki, but they're both denim. Okay.
Okay.
And let's just say I was crying when I got out of the fitting room because of how reality just came and slapped me right in the face. And with the flexi pants, I could still, kind of muster my way into my old size. Like,
yeah.
The belly's hanging over, but they still fit, But, no, not at all. Not these.
Well, skinny jeans have been a thing for some time now.
Oh, God.
And I feel like skinny jeans are different for everybody, right? Like if you have some like 6 foot 12-year-old who's wearing skinny jeans, they look like toothpicks or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that older, bigger people can't have skinny jeans too. They're just it's skinny for them.
Oh no, sir, no. We can have this debate because that is just like saying, hey, a 400-pound woman can go ahead and wear workout pants just as pants. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody
they
got
do.
time for that.
Yeah, but they do.
But they do. But ain't nobody want to see that. I mean, if you're, let's just keep this PG. Okay, we're gonna stop it there.
Okay, all right, switching gears.
Yeah, no, we're not. If your
okay.
cellulite looks like it's going to engulf what you are trying to wear, you do not need to wear it. Please. Oh, and also, quit wearing Daisy Duke shorts.
Yeah, but it gets hot out there. How else are we supposed to keep our legs cool?
Oh, God. Please.
So I'm not going to lie. When I was in high school, we went to a camp, kind of like a preschool year camp. Everybody mingling, get to know each other kind
It
of
was a
thing.
band camp, wasn't it?
No, not this one. The band camp was about 2 years prior.
Uh-huh.
And at this particular camp, it's everybody in the same grade. So we get to, if we have new students that came in, we get to meet, hang out, get to know who we are, and get a chance to kind of get to know each other before the school year starts.
Right.
And one of our coaches, I played football at the time, one of our coaches, I don't remember how we got on the topic or how the topic came across or what, but at the time, those little Sophie cheerleading shorts were real popular with girls.
Okay, yeah.
They would wear those, kind of like today, everybody's wearing like the Nike shorts and the baggy shirts or whatever.
Right.
It was like that, but with those shorts. Out of nowhere, coach comes by and he's talking to us and he's like, yeah, they should really put a weight limit on those shorts. I'm not going to say he was wrong. I don't know if he could have said it more tactfully, but, life's all about choices. Some people make what we consider the right choices or what we consider wrong choices, but maybe for them, they consider that to be a right choice.
Or they just don't care.
Yeah. I mean, in your case, you can at least look away with one eye. The one's going to be stuck there, but most of us, we can look away with both, but yeah, everybody's different. Not everybody's blessed with crab eyes, but
I had an out-of-body experience while laughing. Have you ever laughed so hard that your sinuses take you out of your body? I can't breathe. I'm trying not to cough. That's great, though.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well.
But yeah, man.
Thanks. While I was having the heck of a time here, everything was going haywire. I was told by everyone in my family, even the little baby, that I do have a really bad lazy eye.
Really?
Yeah. And the way the baby told me was like, "Dada."
Yeah, for those of you that can't see us.
Yeah. I did the crab eyes with my fingers.
Yep. So one finger was in one direction and one was in the other.
Yeah.
If you're not sure what crab eyes are, I don't know if Googling it is appropriate, but just imagine a crab and their eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, man, sounds like you've been pretty busy. Had a heck of a time.
Heck of a time, man. But, everything works itself out.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I hear that even though you are not in the country anymore, that you still have a topic you want to talk about.
I came across some interesting news. Now, I'm not one for news, as you may know.
News.
But, yeah, so the other day, what was this, like 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah, the other
A
day.
week ago? I don't remember. But the State of the Union address came out from the current president.
That's been a while, yeah.
And media is media, right? There's always going to be biased media, whether you're the left or the right or whoever's in power, who's not, whatever the case. Somebody's going to try to tell their story the way they want to tell it.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But when I was on the computer, sometimes it shows you like, hey, these are the trending stories or the top news stories or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And one caught my eye. And the title was Biden's approval rating jumps to 47% after State of the Union address. And prior to that, I had heard that, his approval rating was in the 30s or something. They're always tracking these things. President's approval ratings, their first few months in office, their first year, so forth, and then they compare to previous and yada yada.
Right.
And this was from the Hill, was the source.
Okay. How did they get that number?
Yeah, so that was intriguing to me. I'm like, oh wow, okay, so it jumps to 47 from whatever it was. Let's see where they got this number from. Who did they poll? All that kind of stuff, And first sentence here. Oh, go ahead.
Did you watch the State of the Union address?
I watched probably 75% of it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I did not. I caught glimpse.
Yeah.
So.
I wasn't. I watched it, digested it, and it was just kind of okay.
Yeah.
But it says the latest NPR, PBS NewsHour, Marist National poll. I guess that's the poll that they ran. Found that 47% of Americans surveyed approve of the job Biden is doing as president, which is a jump from 39% approval rating he had in the same poll last month. Well, that's a lot, right? Jumping from 39 to 47 in a month.
Yeah.
This guy's got to be doing something good.
It's got to be. I mean, if the American people, according to this, American people are liking something.
Well, and then that's the next thing that kind of makes me scratch my head is, okay, this poll found that 40% of Americans surveyed. Okay, so now it's starting to peel back the layers, right? You go from the title of the article saying, hey, his stuff has jumped to 47%. Well, according to this poll, out of Americans surveyed. All right, so let's do a little more digging. So I pulled up the survey, and I mean, they break it down pretty much to like your chromosome. People with this chromosome voted this way, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
That's a little extreme, but they really break it down to every category, like how many people approve, disapprove, were unsure, in what months, who had they voted for, are they white, black, Hispanic, Asian, yada, yada. I mean, every demographic. Well,
okay. That's pretty thorough.
The nuts and potatoes, or meat and potatoes, nuts and bolts, whatever, of the survey. Now, again, they're saying of all Americans surveyed.
Mm-hmm.
This survey of 1,322 adults was conducted March 1st through March 2nd, 2022, by the Marist poll sponsored in partnership with NPR and PBS NewsHour. Adults 18 years of age and older residing in the United States were contacted on landline or mobile numbers and interviewed by telephone using the live interviewers. Survey questions were available in English or Spanish. Mobile telephone numbers were randomly selected based upon a list of telephone exchanges from throughout the nation. Yada, 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 yada. So I did the math, and I forgot, I didn't write down the number, dang it, of what the current United States population of citizens is.
Okay.
And out of that number, 1,322 adults that were surveyed comes out to 0.00004%. So that's 5 zeros and then a 4. So that percentage right there is the number that was polled that say that his approval rating has jumped from 39 to 47%.
So that's 400,000th of a percent.
Hey man, you're better at math than me.
Well, because I'm trying to, maybe it was 40,000.
So it's the sixth number, right? So 5 zeros and then a 4.
Yeah, that's 400,000th of a percent. TH.
So out of those people that they polled, they're using that data to say, okay, out of these many people, let's just say 10 of them think, they still disapprove, and the other 1,310 approve. Oh, then his rating jumped from 39 to 47%.
What was the date of the survey again?
This survey was conducted March 1st through March 2nd.
So 24 hours.
Yes.
So 1,322 people were contacted. I'm sure more if they're saying they called landlines and mobiles.
Now, this is the other thing that kind of starts making me wonder, right? Is it doesn't explicitly say that these are all American citizens or anything like that. It just says adults 18 years of age and older residing in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are 1,237 registered voters out of that number. So some of them aren't even registered voters. Okay.
Okay.
The results for this subject are statistically significant with a plus 4 percentage points. So they're going from the 39 up, I guess. Table includes results from subgroups to only display crosstabs, yada, 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 yada. The error margin was adjusted for sample weights and increases for cross-tabulations. So anyways, my point in all of this that I know the media outlets, everybody has their own agenda, their own narrative, their own story to tell. I want to tell this version of the story because this is my story to tell, yada, yada. But the picture that they're painting is that, oh, wow, the approval rating of the U.S. president has jumped up to 47% based on a National Public Radio Public Broadcasting System post that we conducted. 40% of Americans surveyed say that, or found that 47% of Americans surveyed approve of what the president is doing. So when you see that come across the headline, your newspaper, your TV, your whatever you're getting your news source from, if you see that particular title, it sounds like, oh wow, 47% of Americans approve of the president's rating, or approve of the president in general and what he's doing.
Yeah.
When it's not. Out of the 1,300 people surveyed, less than a fraction of a percent approve.
Yeah.
So, not to say that it's misleading, because I don't think they're lying, right? They're not telling you the truth. They're just putting all this stuff that they want you to think you're hearing at the front of it, and then if you do a little more digging, you'll find out more. If you do a little more digging, you'll find out more and more and more and more. But it's on you to do the digging, which I'm an advocate for.
Right. And how long did that take you to dig into that and find out that information?
Less than 5 minutes.
Okay, so not very long. But
no.
And this is what I find wrong. You and I have had this discussion a lot, but I could say, I'm going to throw a survey out there, and I'm going to survey 4 of my best friends who I know, or 4 of my friends or associates that I know have kind of the same mindset as me. Mm-hmm. And then I'll throw the results out online or whatever. And my headline is going to say 100% of Americans disapprove of Joe Biden. Or 100% of, that'll be the headline. And then I get into the description, 100% of surveyed Americans and blah. And eventually it comes down to just me throwing 4 of my friends up on this survey that I gave. Mm-hmm. I didn't give it to anyone else. And the 4 of them hates Joe Biden or loves Joe Biden or whatever.
You and me. Hey, okay. I think Apple is better than Google. You think Google is better than Apple. 50% of Americans think Apple is better.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, well, let's read the article. Oh, well, only 2 people were surveyed. One of them is an Apple person. The other one is not.
And the other one's a crap-eyed guy.
So that's very misleading. Now, again, I think what they're not lying, right? But I think the
they're not lying.
Motivation or whatnot is that most people, at least most people probably our age or younger, are not going to read the whole thing, or not going to click on the sub-articles or the polls and look at the raw data. They're just going to, oh, wow, okay, yeah, look, most of the country likes this dude, or most of whatever, the poll is at the time.
Right. Yep. Oh, and see, I don't have. I was trying to look for 2022, but as of 2020, the population of America was 329.5 million folks. So there's your, somebody smarter than us can do that math. 1,300.
Yeah, I only have 10
people.
fingers. And how I still have all 10, I'm not sure.
Probably because when you're fixing to move somewhere, you just give everybody your tools.
That's a low blow.
Oh, it's okay. I can take it out. I'm sorry.
Yikes. No, you're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. These are my money makers,
Hey.
I did a typing test the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I can type 70 words per minute with like somewhere between 5 and 10 mistakes.
Hey, there you go.
Because I had to keep hitting the delete button. I'm like, oh, crap. Nope, that's wrong. Oh, wait. And it's not hard words either. It's like, the dog ran fast.
Yeah.
The fog Dan rast. Oh, wait, delete.
Yeah, so what I like to do is I like to just put all the words together, and I'll have a 89 words per minute with one mistake.
One long word. It's not even a run-on sentence. It's just a run-on word.
Exactly. So,
Take a breath.
Yeah. So, it's, again, like that poll. I'm not lying. Just misleading.
Yeah. But, that's one of the things, the beauty of our freedoms and the country we live in and whatnot is people can post that junk, and we have the freedom or the ability to research it.
Exactly.
But yeah, anyways, fudge-filled cookies, man. That's,
God, see, only you would say something.
when did they start,
like that.
when did they start calling us cookies? Orale. But yeah, man. When we've talked about this before, doing your own research, looking up stuff. Don't just believe everything you hear or read and whatnot. And I mean, if there were, that would probably sound like a broken record or somebody said it before, but if there were ever a time to do that, now is the time.
Now is the time, yeah. Because, good example is BLM. And not harshing on what it probably started out to be, but now all the leadership of BLM is getting arrested for fraudulent stuff. So
yeah, it's nuts, man. Like you said, they started out with whatever intention, and then it turned into a money-making machine, and instead of allocating those funds towards the resources that they probably said they were going to, it's financed my however many $1 million mansion and my fourth house or this or that.
So the latest one was there was like a branch or whatever, and they were going to go into the projects and pick, I think it was like 4 random people, and then they were going to show them, hey, if you get out of here, this is what you could potentially have, and have a kind of like a field trip kind of a day or whatever.
Sure.
And so, but it's on you and all this stuff. And they went out and when they were promoting it, this is what they were saying they were going to do. Sounded great. What they wound up doing was they got the money, and then they went to Spa Day and started buying stuff at Walmart, and so now they're in prison. I can't give you a name. I don't. I all I did was just briefly read the article.
Well, so. And obviously it's easier now more than ever to transfer money like that. Venmo, PayPal, Apple Pay, Google, all these things, right? If I want to donate to a charity or to a cause, they'll set up a GoFundMe or what have you. And they were doing that in Canada not long ago with those truckers.
Yeah.
And then the government started getting a hold of those people, and hey, if you donate to this, you're donating to like a terrorist cause, and we're going to come and get you. Or
GoFundMe was trying to take the money from them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all kinds of crazy, the world we live in.
It's, well, is it, or is it just people? It's not just ran by the news anymore. Everybody's going to throw out either their opinion, or they're going to broadcast it as a news network or whatever. But you're getting more information all the time. So is the world getting crazier, or is just the news becoming
More available.
Yeah, more available for everybody.
I think it's both. I think I can see that, how it's a lot more available than it was before. Let me wait till the Sunday paper comes in, or let me go pick up the paper at the store or whatever. There's, like you said, there's a lot more at our fingertips, and it's more available more often.
Yeah.
But I mean, and I'm no conspiracy theorist. Like I said, I like to do my own research and whatnot. But what I'm seeing, and I could be off on this, but what I'm seeing is, gosh, I don't even remember how long ago it was, but there were talks of, let's take cursive out of the schools. We don't need to learn cursive.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
And let's change this, let's change that. And I'm not saying that things don't need to change. Sometimes change is a very positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some things that you do with the intent to undercut people. Let's take away the cursive. That's a means of communication, right? They don't need to know that. And I mean, you could Google stuff now, even if you can't read cursive. Oh, let me Google this. What does this say? Oh, okay, and it'll tell you, or Wikipedia, or whatever source is out there that has that information. But
Right.
You're dumbing down people. And not saying that you're dumbing them down, because if they never knew it and they never got to know it, they're not dumber for it, but you're taking that away. And then you're taking the next thing away. And then, oh, hey, we're going to close schools for COVID and everything, and we've got kids that are out of the school system for 2 years. Maybe they're homeschooling, or they're Skype schooling, or online, whatever.
Right.
And then you're going to put them back out there, and they're, in my opinion, it's a great opportunity to mold and shape young people the way that you want them to be. And so when it comes time to voting later in life, hey, remember that time when I sent you $1,400 in the mail, stimulus money? And then I did it again. And then you couldn't afford this, so I sent that for you, or we took care of you this way. Remember when I scratched your back? You can vote for me, right? Remember when I opened the borders so you could come across? You're going to vote for me, right?
Yeah.
And again, not a conspiracy theorist. Do your own research, whatnot. And I don't think it's a blanket case or a blanket statement. I just think that it's kind of interesting how some of this stuff lines up.
It's very interesting how it lines up, and it's very interesting how you're seeing the dominoes fall into order as, and I know you said you're not a conspiracy theory, but what some of these conspiracy theories are, conspiracy theorists, or whatever the hell they're called, sorry.
Yeah.
What they're talking about, hey, this is the end result, and you're like, whatever, man, that's crazy talk. But then you start seeing it line up, and you're like,
well, they were talking
maybe.
about Hunter Biden's laptop. And that's just part of the Russian collusion conspiracy and this and that and blah, blah, blah. There's nothing of it. And then what was it? Last week they came out saying, actually, we were able to verify that the stuff on the laptop was no bueno.
No.
And it's legitimate and everything.
Yeah.
And then when they asked the press secretary about it, her thing was something along the lines of, well, he's not a public official, so you'll have to talk to whoever about that. That's not a matter that concerns the White House. Well, his dad's the president of the United States, and at the time that all that shenanigans was happening, he was the vice president, so there's a lot of stuff that should be concerning the White House.
Yes.
But, yeah, it's very interesting. I don't really have any other words for it than that, I guess.
Well, there's not really much you can say about it, because when you want an answer that has to do with the party or the regime that's in power, or whatever you want to call it, you're not getting an answer. So therefore, you have to push a conspiracy theory. You have to push a theory, which then people say it's a conspiracy theory.
And what about, rules for thee and not for me, right?
Hey, man, that's been the thing
Pushing-
for years, though.
Pushing electric cars and electric cars and electric cars, and then, oh, hey, we're going to make gas so stupid expensive you can't afford it anymore, so you might as well go get an electric car. And the Secretary of Transportation, I think that's who she was laughing about that and saying that in an interview, well, if you had an electric car, it wouldn't be a problem, would there?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, there would.
And then they asked the press secretary about that too. Well, does the president have an electric car? And, he's always talking about leading by example and stuff. And her laughing reaction was like, well, the president doesn't drive, and most past presidents don't drive either. They have people to drive for them. So you're going to force this on me, but you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, what about all the costs and stuff that it goes to making that energy?
Exactly.
How much fuel is being burned and oil and all the stuff that to make those batteries or to recharge or whatever.
Well, let me ask you this. Out of all the research that you've done so far, not just for this podcast, but, for yourself as well, do you believe that we could potentially, in the future, not now, but say we get a little bit more technology, do you believe that we could actually go to a zero carbon output?
No.
Okay. Why?
Well, one, I'm not smart enough.
Yeah. Well,
With
no, but I'm just the research that you've done.
Yeah, I just think there's too much that relies on it. And that relies on it because it's a proven method, right? Airplanes use fuel, jets use fuel, cars, tractors, trucks, ships, rocket ships. I mean, all this stuff that is powered by that. Our windmills that are powering cities nearby and whatnot are using fuel or, oil that's fueling them or whatever the case.
Yeah.
It's there's so many layers to it. It's not as easy as, let me just turn the light switch off. Okay, no more oil. Let me turn the electricity on. Oh, hey, look, now all the electricity's running. You're fine. Go plug your car in and go.
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
Well, it's not, and because manufacturers have to use the petroleum product in order to manufacture the things that we need to be less carbon.
Well, and this is going to affect so many industries. We think about the big ones and the airports. Plane tickets are going to go up because fuel's going to cost more. What about all the small businesses? What about like the lawn businesses?
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to be electric only. Well, we've been down that road.
Yeah, we have.
And that's an expensive road.
It's very
It's
expensive.
doable, but it's going to be quite a while before you profit if you're going to have a high volume because it's, those batteries, it's not like, oh, yeah, it's only going to take me 2 or 3 batteries and I'm good for a day.
Yeah. No, you're going to need your own mobile charge station.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to be a reliable one that you can charge on the go. And you and I discovered that the heat plays a huge role in making sure that this stuff actually works properly. Okay, yeah, batteries don't work well in the cold, but they also don't work well in the heat either.
Well, even, I forgot the name of the company. Well, I don't know, one of the not lawn companies, but the lawn equipment companies makes a battery-powered zero-turn. I just saw a commercial for it. And they boast their, what is it? I think they're mowing like an NFL football field or something, which didn't make sense to me because I thought they were all turf, like fake turf or whatever.
No, I think some of them are grass.
But they're mowing it, and they're like, oh, you can get up to 2 acres on one charge. But it's like something stupid, 4, 8, 10 batteries, something like that. That's great. 2 acres on that. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you have a 2-acre property or whatever, maybe that's the way to go.
Yeah.
But if you're doing this commercially, you're going to need a lot more than that.
Yeah.
And that's, again, just one little example of how it's going to affect everything from small businesses and up.
Right. Well,
are we going to push astronauts in space electronically?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're dumping a lot of fuel when they're taking off.
Well, the fuel that they use is hydrogen and oxygen, not gas. So that's different. That's rocket fuel.
Yeah, well,
But in order to get those seals correct on the spaceship, you've got to use a petroleum product.
yep. All these
So-
aircraft will become obsolete because they all run off of fuel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what are we going to do? Just trash everything and, again, throw away
Well, we can.
millions and billions of dollars,
Hold
trillions,
on,
whatever
hold
the
on.
amount is?
The general had a really good idea that he told former President Trump was to just go ahead and just leave it there. It's cheaper just to leave it.
But even if we leave it there, here in the U.S., right, leave all of our biplanes and jet engine planes and all this stuff, we just, we're getting a new fleet of all-electric stuff coming in.
Oh, God.
What do we do with the old stuff? Put it all in the plane graveyard?
Yeah, we have a graveyard for planes. No, yeah. What do you do with it? How do you break it down? How do you get rid of the product? We as a society still to this day cannot properly get rid of batteries, acid batteries that we have. We cannot
and what
properly
about-
do that.
What about homes that run on gas, right? Their heat and cooling systems are gas.
Natural gas or propane?
Natural gas.
Okay.
Now, what are we going to do? If the goal is to get rid of all of that consumption and production, whatever, now you're going to say, hey, well, if you want to enjoy the comforts of heating and cooling, you're going to have to upgrade
Go.
your system.
Yeah, go electric.
And, not anybody that's making $400,000 or more is not going to pay a penny more in taxes, but I have to pay however many thousands of dollars to get an AC unit and get my house wired up and all this other stuff if I don't already have that.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to have to pay more at the gas pump. And I saw one of the states, their governor was trying to pass a bill or did pass a bill or something trying to eliminate the gas tax to help combat the high prices. But, I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm not going to, I'm going to cut your grass. I'm only going to charge you $40. If you want me to, clean it up when I'm done, that's going to be an extra $40. But I'm only charging you $40 to cut the grass.
Yeah. Yeah. And so.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So, you're not going to pay any more in taxes, but you're going to pay more at the pump. You're going to pay more at the grocery store. You're going to pay more for everything because everything's raising its prices.
Yeah. Oh, and this one, and I know I'm kind of getting off subject here, how the pandemic was making all the gas prices go up. Now it's
Putin.
Russia.
Yeah.
Now it's Ukraine doing it. Dagnabbit.
Yeah. Well, and it's not even that. It's It's Vladimir Putin.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Dang Putin.
Vladimir Putin. If we say it enough times, the people will believe it, and then they'll start to regurgitate it.
Yeah. Exactly. Could we get away with that?
Yeah. No.
So, all right, man. Well, hey, listen. It's a great
Mhm.
show. I'm glad you got irritated. I'm glad we had this discussion. I'm so happy that you know what rocket fuel is now. But
Yeah.
we're going to go ahead and knock this one out.
Yeah. I think next time we've got something lined up about Cowboys and Indians.
Can
Can we say that?
I don't think so.
PC?
No, you're going to have to get with the producer. I have
Cowboys
no
and
idea.
Savages? I don't know. How does it? I don't know.
All right, man. Well, we will catch you later.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.
As always, we'd like to say thank you for stopping by and listening to the podcast.
Yeah, we realized that you could have been doing anything way more productive, but you chose to waste your time with us.
We look forward to talking about absolutely nothing with you next time.
If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, please email us at
jtandrewshow@gmail.com or visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/jtdrewshow.